don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Looking on Amazon, searching for Bullfighter branded guitars, and I somehow stumbled upon BullStar branded guitars. Although they say BullStar, they're actually labeled M-I-N-S-I-N-E, Minsine. But there's a little sticker on here that still says BullStar, so I'm not sure what's going on with the branding here. When I saw the picture, I said, that's a glary burning fire. That's all that guitar is. It's a glary burning fire, and I hate it. I'm going to hate it. Got a glary burning fire upstairs. Not a great guitar, so I'm not sure why I bought this one. But I looked a little closer, and it's different. It's not a glary burning fire. Let's open it up. Junky cable, trem bar, and 4 Allen keys. Now this might give you a hint as to why this caught my attention. Bullfighter strings, the junky Bullfighter tuner, another cable. This one's actually a little better. Some picks that are labeled
Bullfighter.
This is not a glary gig bag. It's a little better quality than a glary gig bag. This is the burning fire, and I got it in white. Shark teeth fret markers that you might see like on a Jackson guitar. Volume tone, a 5-way switch, 2 humbuckers, and something in the middle. A Floyd Rose style bridge. So this is going to be different for me. I don't own a guitar with this style bridge. Never set one up before, so I'm going to learn today. It's stamped on the bridge. Licensed under Floyd Rose PATS. Maybe this is a truly licensed bridge. I guess in order to get started, I'm going to have to loosen these, loosen those, get them in tune, and then these are fine tuners down here. I'm going to go ahead and lumber through the setup. Again, I'm not going to bother filming that. I have a pretty good idea of what I need to do. So I'm going to tune it up, and we'll plug it in and see how it sounds. I'm going to give you the big critique right now before I even go any further while it's still in tune. Floyd Rose, that's neat. That's really cool. I think the springs are just really weak and underpowered, and it never has a true return. I have it adjusted so it's floating nice and level. It's really sunk into the cavity because the action's so darn high that I had to, and it's still going to go down more. And the intonation was not really that great, and adjusting it on a Floyd Rose was different too. But I'll do some close-ups here. But for the most part, there's no ball ends on the Floyd Rose, so they are clamped in place with these little bricks, I'll call them, and these are the tension screws here that hold the string in place. To adjust the intonation, you have to take this all the way out. Loosen this, then you can slide your saddle forward or backwards, whatever you need. Reinsert this, and with this screw tightened up, you can then go ahead and thread this back in for your string holder. The fine tuners push up and down on this, which push up and down on this saddle because it's got a pivot point under there. Word of advice, if I were to do this again, and I probably will be doing it again, I would change one string at a time instead of taking them all off. I took them all off because it was what I do, and next time I'll do it one string at a time. Once it's in tune, it stays in tune until you touch that whammy, and it stays in tune, but it doesn't return to true tune, if you know what I mean. If you can just get that whammy bar to return to zero where it should, this would be a fantastic guitar, but right now it simply will not do that, making it somewhat, I don't know, I'm not a whammy bar user to begin with, and I'm certainly not a Floyd Rose user, nor an expert, nor even a rank beginner for that matter, so just what for me, for my skill level, it's going to be fun to play with, fun to maybe learn a lick or two, but this is in no way ready for the road or ready for the gigs or anything like that. This is it. I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it let's call it what's on the headstock. It's the Minsine. I don't know, Minsine. But if you're looking for it on Amazon, it's going to be called a Bullfighter or a BullStar or whatever. It's essentially a glary burning fire with a Floyd Rose bridge. As far as the hardware, you know, this is as cheap can be. Like I said, think glary all the way through. It's got a big fat glary neck. It gets better down here, but it's got the fatness up here. There's really no reason for the slots because strings don't go through there. I guess they're just recycling from the glaries where there's a Strat style tremolo. The Strat style where you string through the bottom. These you don't. 4 bolts holding this on, which is great because it's probably going to need a shim to make the action just a little more respectable. I haven't taken a look at the pots, but I'm sure that they are nothing to really write home about. This is, of course, a super cheap guitar. The frets are not... Actually, I gotta be honest, the frets are okay. The action is a little higher than I would like it, and if this were actually being played by someone who knew how to shred, I'm sure they'd like it a whole lot lower. And I've really maxed it out with the settings available, so it's going to have to be shim next. The Minsine, the BullStar Bullfighter Burning Fire. I don't know what else to say or what else to do. I certainly can't play any more or any better or any worse than that. So that's it. That's the Minsine Burning Fire with a licensed Floyd Rose, or so it says right on it, stamped on it. You know, if you can get past the design, if you can get past that it's essentially a glary guitar, it's a glary burning fire with a Floyd Rose bridge. Kind of neat. I'll put a link to it down below in the description. So that's it. Here's one for the snapshot. This will be the most stupid fucking thumbnail I've ever done. Okay, that's out of the way.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Why am I doing this? Why? I feel like David Letterman.